So there's a concept that I redeclare every day as a way of reminding myself that came out in a conversation in Creator Circle 4B the other day. And I wanted to share that with you because I think it's such a powerful creation that could serve everybody really simply when you can see it. It's a distinction we're calling thanking with your mouth full. So, I am immediate guided action is what I remind myself of in the mornings when I'm journaling and speaking, to create habit of thinking who I am that informs my experience and the way that I receive and listen, and all my sensory input goes through that filter, and it creates possibility, it creates experience, creates possibility, and it creates orientation and then action, behaviors which generate my world. It's just a game. I play the game, right? So I am immediate guided action. So the guided part is like my action comes from something deeper, something intuitive, something right brain, something spiritual, right? It's more than reason and logic. But the immediate part is what I want to speak to here. So my client, he was telling me about having been on this diet for a long time and then having a pizza. And while he was eating the pizza as a celebration for this long diet, he was experiencing such gratitude for the pizza in a way that he was thinking, wow, I just love to thank the guy that made the pizza and thank the people that brought it over to me. And you know what? And when I get home, maybe I'll write them a card or something, and maybe I'll get them a little gift. And so, which is a beautiful thing, because this had come from a conversation where we created this concept of thank your way to the top. All right, this is like two distinctions in one. You ready? It's gonna tangent, double bonus. Thank your way to the top. David Blaine, when he became a magician, a street magician, it happened because he used to go to the front door of the studio, I think it was NBC, every day and do card tricks for the security guard at the front door, until finally that guy said, you got to see my boss, come inside. Then he went and did card tricks for that boss and kept doing it all the way up, boss, 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 until he was in the boardroom with the executives doing magic tricks. And then they said, wow, we'll give you a special street magic. He became famous, right? Boom, that's it. So he served his way with what he did all the way to the top. So I talk about serve your way to the top, no matter what your business is. Just do the work, do the action all the way up. What my client was doing is using gratitude and expression of gratitude for what he saw as a way into companies. I thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this. It creates connection, it opens possibility. You can thank your way in, thank your way to the top, right? And so we're talking about that as an overall strategy to create in the world. This also ties into what I'm doing in creating class right now, which you can access in my creating school, about spell casting, crafting spells that create possibility in the universe, seeing a world and speaking it into creation. Anyway, reeling it back in. I've got so much I want to share. Can you see that? Can you feel that? I'm immediate guided action. This is how this folds into thanking with your mouth full. So he's telling me about this experience at the pizza place and about his idea that comes up about how to express gratitude and how he keeps it, and then days go by and he's still thinking about it and hasn't done it yet. And granted, maybe he'll do it. And if he does, that's a great thing. You take this energy of love that you see and or you feel in the form of gratitude, and you hold it and you hold it and you hold it, and finally you do something with it, and that's great. What I tend to see in my life is that when you hold on to love that you feel, over time it's got a half-life. If you still do it, great, but it doesn't have the same energy it had when it was born, when it was conceived. The moment love is birthed, it's alive. It's like a carrot the moment you pull it out of the ground versus 2 weeks later in the refrigerator where it's like, bendy carrot, versus like, snap, crack, right? It's like, there's a vitality in the love the moment it's conceived and felt. And so if you wait until it's a bendy carrot love, it doesn't have the same vigor. So, this isn't truth. Nothing I have to offer is truth. It's just a possibility from my experience when I act on love the moment it's conceived and felt. In that moment, with immediacy, I am immediate guided action, guided by love. When I'm guided, when I can see and feel something where my heart is open, it's like, boom, act on it now. Don't wait. So it's like, yeah, you could go back to the pizza place, but I asked him, and I already told you the answer, but I asked him, so when did you even think about this? When I was eating my pizza. And it's like, well, don't wait until a week. Don't wait until the next day. Don't wait until just about when you're leaving. Don't even wait till you're done with the pizza. Don't even wait till you're done chewing. The moment that you feel the gratitude, speak it. The moment it's in you, let it out. Immediately. Why is that? Oh, so many reasons. So immediately that even if you have pizza in your mouth, thank the person with your mouth full. It's more important that you get it out now than whether you or not you spit food in their face. So that's a silly idea, and it's not the truth. It's an exaggerated idea to give you a visual image that you can remember, that it's more important that I speak my gratitude now with immediacy than whether or not I have food in my mouth. Now, if you take this literally, you're missing the point. The point is to connect with the immediacy of it. There may be a time, if somebody's about to leave and my only chance of expressing my gratitude is when my mouth is full, that I actually literally would speak with my mouth full and potentially spit pizza in their face so they can actually feel what I'm feeling in my heart now instead of a latent version of it later with the bendy carrot. Hey, there was a time where I felt this. Let me try to reconnect with it. No. Now is here and speak it now. So why? Why with immediacy? We already told you the intensity of it has a half-life, right? It's less and less real as time goes by. It's a recall of a thing that was experienced and being spoken from the experience itself, right? It's like an avatar of the love instead of an expression of a love. There's a vibration. There's an emotional energy that's felt. Maybe even something quantum, who knows, in the moment of the loving experience, to be active and acting in it. So expressing love, boom, when you're feeling it. So that's one reason. Another reason, remember I talk about this all the time, I did it in my recent video about the new and better reasons to take action. If I act in the moment of feeling love, guess what? I've just taught myself that when I feel love, I act. And I create myself as a person who's predisposed to acting in the experience of love, which means that I take more actions from an experience of love. I become a person who feels love and acts on it. And there's a power in that. Those are good enough reasons. That's the biggest reason. Like everything for me, I act because I become how I act and why I act and where I act from. And also, don't miss a chance, right? Every time goes by, my dad used to say to me when I was a kid, indecision costs more than a bad decision. The same kind of thing, like don't wait to bring your love out, create. And this isn't to discount if you have an imagined possibility of something beautiful you could do for something and holding that energy with some creative tension to pour into creating something beautiful that maybe will take some time to create. That's not what I'm talking about here. And I think that you can get there's a difference between seeing a possibility and putting it into something that takes time is actually a creative act that generates more energy. It's far different than holding off and waiting. I think most of the time when we feel love and we don't speak or we don't act, it's not because we're putting that energy into creating something even more beautiful that might take time to create. It's actually because we're being passive and we're feeling like it's socially weird to express our love, to say I love you to a stranger, to look somebody in the eyes and say thank you so much for just being you. Whatever that thing is that's true in us, we feel like, oh, we can't say that. That's the fucked up piece. Get that shit out of the way. Speak the love, create possibility, teach yourself that it's safe, and make a more beautiful world in the process. If you'd like to learn more about crafting language that actually creates worlds, then I highly recommend you join Creating School. There's hours and hours and hours of classes in there where I've taught my coaching clients how to do these kinds of things, how to create themselves, how to create their world. You can watch those on demand anytime you want, and we add new classes every month that I do with my clients. So it's like $100 a month. You can sign up, get instant access. I suggest you do that. But if you want to be in actual conversation with me and create with me personally, I do that in private partnerships, and I also do it in Creating School, which is my small group program. We start those a few times a year. There's probably one enrolling soon, depending on when you see this video. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Most of all, hey, if you're here on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like, comment, share with your friends. Much love. I'll talk to you soon.